Hey guys, and welcome back. So we are playing Forza Horizon 2 again. It's the Fast and Furious standalone add-on. And the reason for this is because I was doing the last video a few days ago and I realized that I never rated the game because I was doing racing game reviews and I never rated it. So what happened was I was trying to finish the video, my dogs had to go outside, and one of our Chihuahuas, he's both of them are older. They're like 10, 11, 12, maybe 13. We don't really know because my girlfriend got them when they were already a few years old, so she has no idea how old they are. But we are guessing their neighborhood of 12, 13 area. So anyway, the male one that we have, we have to put puppy pads down for him because he is starting to not be able to hold his bladder very well. And also, full disclaimer, you will probably hear dogs and cats in my videos. I've said it before on my older videos, but my dog, I have an 80-pound dog, and she likes to snore. So, and then the cats you might hear, we have 4 cats also, so you might hear them meowing here and there. But, so anyway, I wanted to go back into, last time I used this charger, and I pretty much rated it because of, I was reviewing the Charger also because I have a Challenger in real life, and I was comparing it to see how good of a job they did, and they did a pretty good job with it. So now I'm going to go to the old Charger, and I'm going to use this one, and we're going to do this, and go. So I want to see how much different this one handles compared to the newer Charger. This one should be a lot sloppier. So basically, I want to see what they did, if they did their homework type of thing. So, honestly, I don't know what a Charger looks like on the inside, but from what I remember, this is somewhat close, although they have, like, aftermarket gauges in there, so I don't know how that is. I hate that they have rewind on these. It's just a waste of a button. A racing game shouldn't let you rewind if you mess up, and I hate that Forza did that. So, it's just a waste of a button to me. Alright, so let me try going. Let me rev it up. Somebody's just hitting me. Ooh, I like how the blower, the throttle on the blower moves in between gears and stuff. That's cool. Like right there. Pretty cool. So, let me try. Nope, I'm messing up a little bit. This is the triggers again. I've said before in like the previous doing racing game videos that I like using. I like using A for gas and X for brakes on Xbox, and then X and square for gas and brake on PlayStation. And this one, handbrake is A, which is weird. But also, I've mentioned it in my previous videos, I do have an eye problem. I got an eye injury at work, so I cannot see 100%. I have distorted vision and also double vision at the same time. Because my right eye has distorted vision, it doesn't match up with my left, so I see not necessarily two of everything, but everything has 2 edges to it. So, so I have a hard time seeing stuff as much, or I was able to see stuff a lot easier before the injury, of course, but now it's a little bit harder, especially like in the shadows and stuff. And that car was still sitting there. Jeez. Alright. So, what I'm feeling on this one is it still handles about the same as the newer one. When you rev it up and drop it, it does kick out to the side a little bit. See it trying to turn left? That wasn't me doing the joystick, that was me not even touching the joystick. So the back end wants to go to the right, which is actually what normally happens on cars, because it's, for one thing, it's the slant of the road. And then the second thing is when you have a rear-wheel drive car, usually for the most part, the passenger side rear is the one that basically has the most power to it. So if you have like an open differential, which means that they're not technically attached, the passenger side will spin before the driver side one will. So if you have they call it a one-wheel peel, usually the passenger side tire is the one that spins, and then the driver side one is the one that grabs for an open differential. So when you get when you get one burnout mark, it's usually the passenger side that you get. So there are a few, exceptions to that. Like there's, I don't know exactly the years, but at least the 2000s, the Rams, I believe, are flipped, according to one of the body guys that, at the body shop that we went to one time. He said that Rams are the opposite for some reason. So the driver's side tire is the one that gets the power before the passenger side does. So that one would be opposite. But anyway, so I'm just noticing that on this game, the cars pretty much handle the same. It's a little bit different, but going from a 69 Charger to a 2015 Charger, the 15 should handle a lot better, and it's really not that much different. So rating-wise, the Horizon games are a good series. They really are. I'm just not a fan of them. So I would say out of 10, I mean, they have the open world, they have a lot of stuff to do. I would give this an 8, maybe a 7.5. Like I said, I'm not a fan of this type of game. I like the race, like Gran Turismo and stuff like that, better, or it's actually like a racetrack. The open world is pretty cool, but it's just, geez, that one just turned. He just went from a right lane and tried to turn left. They do that on the Grand Theft Auto all the time. He just tried to turn left from this lane right here. I just hit him when he was turning right there. So he's trying to turn that way from that lane. So, but anyway, so like I said, I would rate this one a 7.5 or 8. I'm actually gonna go 7.5 just because I feel like some of the ones I rated at like a 7 are very equivalent to this, even though they're not the same type of game technically. But I feel like that, like the graphics wise and how the cars handled and stuff was similar. Like they did it, the makers of the game did a pretty good job, and on this one they did too. So, but like I said, it's just not different enough. So I'm gonna give it a 7.5 on this one. I know the newer Forza Horizon games are better, especially the graphics, so they'll get bumped up in points because of the graphics. But this one's still, like, graphics on this are good. I mean, the way they did the mountains in the background, I mentioned it in the other video, they did the mountains, like, they kind of fogged them out a little bit, so you can't see the detail as much, but because they fogged it, like that one out there, it looks detailed, but far away. It actually looks very detailed, but just as if you were there, and it was just so far away that it was kind of like, cloudy. You'd have a cloud or some fog or something in between. So it's kind of cool that way. Sometimes games don't have that cloudiness to them, and then you can see the problems with the graphics. And I think that makes it enough where you can't even tell. That looks pretty real to me, just because the graphics aren't crisp, but they gave it a reason to not be crisp. So I like that. So the cars look good. I like how the shaker moves. The blower moves. And then when you hit the gas, it goes to one side, which is how it's supposed to be. And the throttle linkage moves. So that is really cool. But these games, they're not my type. And like I said, the cars just feel too similar. So 7.5 on this one. So, but anyways, if you have any questions, comments, leave them down below, and I would really appreciate it. Like and subscribe on this video, and check out my other videos. I got a bunch. I just saw the shadow of that building just jump right there and there again. And also, I thought I saw a car go down to a dip that doesn't exist over in that corner when he turned right. But nobody's turning right anymore, so I can't tell. But either way, so thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next one.